Welcome to Red Sports, the all
Thank you for
important game in India versus Qatar. It's a do or die game, as our caption says, for India. And with me to analyze this game, I have two of the most enthusiastic journalists when it comes to Indian football. Not only Indian football, I'll correct myself, they're the two most enthusiastic journalists. But Rahul, Rohan, first question: how nervous are the two of you? Because it is a do or die game. I will start from Rahul. Rahul, again, you're on mute and you're speaking. Rahul has made a habit of this.
Sorry. Yeah, not only me. I think every football fan across the country, I think, worried about this game because after the draw against Afghanistan, after the defeat at the home ground against Afghanistan, we all thought that the hope is almost over. And then again, we got an opportunity against Kuwait, but our Indian team couldn't make it. But now again, at the final game of the group stage, there is a ray of hope that if we at least can manage a draw, then also we'll have to depend on the result of the another game between Kuwait and Afghanistan. So at this moment, as it there are a lot of expectation from the fans throughout the whole country. So of course, I am a bit worried because though it's an under 23 team, everyone is saying, but at the same time, it's Qatar. The back-to-back Asian champion of the Asian Cup. So it's not at all going to be easy, and at the same time. Uh, I can predict that India look good in the playing 11 because Igor has made few tweaks in the playing 11. Not only few, I think there are five changes in the playing 11. So let's see whether it yield result or not.
Rohan, I'll come straight up to you. We are hearing a lot of, this news going around, which is true that Qatar is fielding their under 23 side. Basically, Qatar has a very, very young side, but most people will expect it to be a walk in the park the moment they read it, because what people generally do, what sports fans generally do who do not follow the sport, associate the word under 23, under 23 cricket team, under 23 Qatar football team. There will be a level difference in the level. So do you just explain for our audience that whether it's that below, like Qatar to under 23, is it that easy? Will it be a walk in the park? Also, please unmute yourself. Yeah.
no. Qatar under 23 team won't be that easy because yes, we have seen Afghanistan drawing against this team. So it's not that Qatar that we considered 4 5 goals, but yes, it won't be that easy also because physically they are quite ahead than us. They play in better leagues than us. The players play in better leagues than our players, so they're in good shape. Qatar is a grade A team in Asian quota, but we can see that uh, the Indian team is also a pretty young team with some experienced players also. So energy won't be an issue, I think. So the team has quite good ru- players who can run. If we analyze the team a bit, Gurpreet as the captain and goalkeeper, Rahul Beke, a pretty dependable defender, Mehtab Singh, Anwar Ali, Jai Gupta. We have seen Jai Gupta's attacking prowess in the last game, but as Rahul was mentioning in the last live that we would be requiring his defensive prowess also today because Qatar is a team that can hurt you if you are loose in the defense. Jackson Singh, another player who has good heading abilities. We have seen Jackson Singh scoring a header goal, the only goal for India in the FIFA tournament. Suresh Singh Wangcham, Brendan Fernandez, Manveer Singh, and Rahim Ali. So those are the two who will be leading the attack along with Lalin Zola Changte supplying the ball. But Rahul, coming to you, Rahim Ali, Manveer Singh, how do you see this forward line? Because Tishadi, you also, because that is the main talking point today. After Chetri, we have this is the match that for the first time Chetri is not in the team out of suspension or injury. This is a team that is going forward.
Yeah,
Very good.
Rahul. Yeah, please, please.
Before the Kuwait game, Igor Stimac mentioned that it's not important to play with a striker, because in the modern day football we have seen many teams. For example, Barcelona also don't play with a striker. They play with some
But
false nine or
it is
CAM.
Barcelona.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
no, I'm just talking about the football strategy. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes,
That
yes.
it's not necessary that you will have to play with a box to box or a number nine. So I gave you this example because in today's playing 11, it's reflecting that example only. Because today, if you see, both Lalinjola Changte and Rahim Ali is in the forward line. And let me mention that Manveer Singh is not playing as a forward, to be honest, because if you see, there are three
Winger.
defenders. I think they are playing like 3-5-2. If you see, there are three defenders: Anwar, Mehtab, and Rahul Veke, and that's where it comes the important role of Manveer Singh. We have all seen the role which Manveer Singh plays for Mohun Bagan team today is going to replicate the same role, because he will be playing as a right wing back. Of course, he will help in the attacking role, as well as he also going to help the defenders as well. So that's the role Manveer gonna play, and of course the goal scoring responsibility will be on both Rahim and Lalinjola Changte. Neither of these two going to be the box striker, to be honest. Both have the ball holding
Hmm.
capabilities, and here comes the role of Jai Gupta and Manveer. Both will have to assist Rahim and Changte with some quality crosses and all. At the same time, both will have to fall back so that they can also help the defenders, while Qatar will penetrate India's ball. So absolutely, in this game, in this kind of formation, I think the set pieces will play a huge role, to be honest. And during the set piece, be it Anwar or Rahul Bek or Mehtab, whoever goes and overlap, they will have to convert whatever chance they get from the set piece.
So, do you think this is a strategy to win or strategy to draw?
I think this is a base strategy, so that you can't so that can't Qatar cannot hurt you in counter attack. At the same time you can also go in counter attack to hurt Qatar. So that's what I think from this formation.
I don't think we have that counter attacking abilities to actually outrun the Qatari defenders in pace.
Rohan, honestly speaking, I think it's more of at least I think first 50, 60 minutes. What Stimache's the strategy would be to is to stop Qatar rather than us going and trying to hurt Qatar. Maybe after 50, 60 minutes we might see a change. Also, I think you know what I liked about Changte is last match. I think Changte was very impressive with his speed, but again the ball holding and passing has to be much better. But yeah, definitely with Manveer falling back, I think it's more of a defensive strategy from our end, which I actually don't mind because you don't want to concede. But at the same time, it kind of shows that do you really have people who can score goals? Maybe you do, but do you actually trust them? Because with this sort of a strategy, you're not going to go all out attack. In the first few minutes, a historical night away, absolutely a historical night away, because um, it will be historical both ways, Rohan, right? If India wins, well, of course, historical. But if India loses, then there is a lot more at stake than probably we are discussing, especially for someone like Stimac, 3-5-2 with wingers tracking back. Is that a good idea as this needs good airball control? Do we have that? I'll ask this question to Rohan because for me, I think it is defensive, which I don't know. I genuinely don't mind because when it came to Kuwait, we did see how our defenders just opened up a little more and they got a lot of chances. With Qatar, I don't think they're gonna miss the way Kuwait misses, you know. And also,
Absolutely. And
nothing. Sorry.
yeah, yeah, continue.
Yeah, and Rohan, I was asking. There's a lot at stake. We probably the last game first match if it doesn't turn out to be in our favor.
The only thing is that do we want to draw this match or do we want to win it? Because drawing means again we have to wait for another match. Also, the Qatar and Afghanistan match also start simultaneously, I think, at the
Mhm.
same time. So we will know the results by the end of this match only. But I think as we have mentioned it in the title, do or die. If we win it, we seal it. So I think that should be the idea, because you know, too much defensive strategy against a top team can hurt you also, because you allow them space to attack and regroup. So how do you describe uh, Sahal Abdul Samad not in the team? I don't think this is any injury scare also. I think this is a tactical move. Rahul?
No, it's not in injury scare. I think the quote that is going viral after the Kuwait game is that the coach expressed disappointment on Sahal and Thapa's performance. Both of them are not up to the mark against Kuwait. To be honest, the coach had a lot of expectation from them on the basis of their ISL performance, but no one was up to their A game against Kuwait. To be honest, and the coach made it clear in the press conference, and today, I think most of us expected that Sahal and Anand Sabar was not going to be there, and that's where Jigsan Singh going to play a huge role, because with Jigsan Singh in the midfielder, your midfield is safe, to be honest, because he is the kind of player who can play the defensive screening role in front of your defender. He doesn't go in attack, and also he's calm and composed, and his passes is also clinical, to be honest, because in the midfield, he can exactly play as a remote for your team. And beside Jigson, there is Suresh Singh Wangjam. I think Suresh will be bit a player who will go in the attack, to be honest, along with Brendan Fernandez. So I think Jigson Singh back in the midfield, I think that's looking good for Indian team tonight.
And Brandon can supply those aerial balls, but
Yes,
do we
And
have
Brandon
someone
also,
to
had
hit?
come in. I think Brandon had come in as a substitute last game, and
that's
whatever
right.
little of
Hmm.
Brandon, honestly, we saw last game, he was very impressive. Apart from one extremely poor free kick towards the end, I think
Yes.
he was fine.
Hmm.
Uh, but here's my question. I know we spoke about the attacking, we spoke about the defense part. What about the pressure? Because Indians in finals or Indians in important matches, suddenly there's a lot of pressure, and this is a do or die match. Whether you want to draw
Irrespective of
against the
sport.
team or, huh? Sorry,
Irrespective
what?
of sport.
Yeah, exactly. Irrespective of sport, we know we falter when it comes to those important moments. Um, how much pressure will these guys be under? Or so here's the main thing. Or do you think because we have a young side, probably they won't be under that much pressure?
I think
Rohan, Rahul.
it's a I think it's a two-way sword. You don't have too much experience. Uh, you don't know how these high voltage games can be. You go in as fresh minds. That can be that can be helpful, but I don't think the Qatar stadium will be that much packed as Salt Lake Stadium. So I think they will have uh, peace of mind while playing, and going in as underdogs actually help you in these big matches. I think that, Rahul.
Can you repeat the question? Was it about pressure?
I said, how much will the play? Like we know that Indian teams generally don't, and across sport, generally don't handle pressure really well. We have seen the men's team, the women's cricket team, the men's cricket team. They have reached finals, haven't been able to get the trophy. Even last game, we saw Kuwait wasn't up to the mark, and I think it was the best chance for us to defeat Kuwait. We did not take it. Is it pressure, or could have been pressure of the Vivekananda Yuva Bharati Kridangan, 62,000 crowds today? The crowd, whether the crowd is there, how big the crowd is, it is a pressure game. Or do you think that because they're young, they wouldn't really uh, care about the pressure, wouldn't feel the pressure that much?
I think if you see the whole squad, I think apart from 2 to 3 players like Changte Anorali, most of them are still new to this team and are not yet capable of handling this kind of pressure game. I think in my first thought, only Brendan, Anwar, Sahal to some extent, as well as Changte, come to the names who are like top notch players who have also performed in ISL and has also delivered in the national team. But apart from them, most of the players are pretty young, Yeah, also apart from Manveer as well, and Indian team faltering in the receive moment is not a new thing. We have seen this a lot of time in the last year. And now talking about the crowd, I won't be surprised if the majority of the crowd is Indian, because we all know about the Manjapara population, about the Malayalam population in Qatar. And to be fortunate enough, I have watched one game in this same stadium where India gonna play. It's the Hamad Bin Stadium. I watched one game Syria against some opponent. So this stadium has capacity of around 25 to 30K. And to be honest, if 5K fans start chanting, it feels noisy like the Salt Lake Stadium, because it's an enclosed stadium, this Hamad Bin Stadium. So I think the majority of the crowd will be from the Manjapara, to be honest. So India will get their 12 man there.
Irony. Every country you play, you get Indian fans in
Absolutely.
abundance.
Exactly. And somehow every time you play the important matches, somehow, we don't end up scoring. But there's a question, if we can take that. Right now, what I see, Swapnil, right now, what I see looks pretty holding mid play, which is quite surprising as our team is a bit sloppy in the mid areas. Is this a good choice of tactics from Igor?
And that
Rohan.
this is the thing we were discuss. This is the thing we were discussing actually. That are we going too much of a defensive strategy, or do we want to go all out? I think coach knows the best. He knows what he is doing. But I think the whole match, if we play in a defensive mode, I think it won't be that helpful for us against a big side like Qatar, because uh, as we all say, offense is the best form of defense. You have to attack, you have to push them back. If you allow them much space, they will actually haunt you. And if they score one goal, there's no way going back. What I feel is it will be very difficult to actually equalize and then take the lead.
Absolutely. I think obviously every time there's a strike from the opponent, it becomes more difficult. But let's also talk about, because you said Manjapara, let's also talk about, the Manjapara fans might actually find someone in the opponent team to cheer about as well, Rahul.
I don't think so. Of course, Qatar, it will be played at the Qatar home ground. Obviously, there will be some fans from Qatar, but I think the majority of the crowd will be from for in favor of India, because I have last time when I went to Doha, I was totally amazed by the population of the Malayali population. And to be honest, every Indian game, it was they played before a capacity crowd. It was 35 or 42K, and all of them are chanting for India. There, to be
No,
honest, they know
in
only Sunil
every
Shetty.
household in Kerala, you will find
Wait,
Apart from
wait.
Shetty,
Yeah, Rahul,
in
please say.
to be honest, 7 out of 10 people they know either about Chetri or Sahal, but apart from these two names, they don't know most of the name. But still, they have the passion. We all know how, what kind of reception the Indian team received when they landed in Doha. So that tells, today, the majority of the crowd will be in favor of India. So that augurs well for Igor's team and his boys.
actually, if you see in Kerala, every household, 1 or 2 person is staying in Qatar and in the
Qatar.
Middle East. But I have one question for Rahul. What are the changes that you see in the second half?
In second half, I think if the scoreline stays goalless, then I think obviously coach gonna bring Sahal and Vikram Pratap, because Vikram is an energetic presence in opponent box. To be
Why
honest,
is not Vikram playing full time from the
why
very beginning? Why
who
is Vikram not playing from the very beginning? We need goals today.
I think because of his maturity level, I think coach still
Rahim Ali
not
कौन सा
asked him a lot.
mature player?
Rahim Ali, if you see Rahim Ali, as I mentioned before, the Rahim Ali has that ball holding capability, and
Ball holding capacity.
Vikram Pratap Singh is a different kind of player, who is bit energetic, who has that pace and gonna disturb the opponent in the box, to be honest. But Rahim Ali is a separate kind of player. And Vikram has got three opportunity in the last 3 games, one against Australia and then in the last 2 games against Afghanistan.
Hmm.
But to be
But
honest,
he failed to continue.
he failed to deliver. So that's why I think coach have tried Rahim Ali today. And of course, I think Sahal gonna be the second half substitute. The scoreline stays goalless because we know what kind of you know quality Sahal poses, and of course he can hurt the opponent's defense with his attacking prowess. So that's my two change. And also Edmund Lalindika is also there. He has impressed everyone, with his
Arey,
10 minutes
your
still
favorite
on the
player.
pitch in the last game. And also the first player in the last 5 years to make it to the national team from I League. So there's no
I
doubt
like.
about his talent. So again, I won't be surprised if Edmund come and make a difference.
Absolutely. Rohan, your changes in the second half?
Actually, I was pretty much hoping Vikram would start, but as Vikram is not starting, I would want to see him come in the second half, and we hope that the scoreline stays nil-nil in the first half. Sahal should come in on the second half, of course. Liston, I don't know whether he will come because Liston's pace is something that I really like. And against a Qatari side, you will need some pace. So Liston might come in the second half for me. And these are the things. Edmund Lalindika, he is a talented player, but I don't know if he only made a debut in the last game, and I don't know if he is ready to take the pressure of such a big match. So these are the things listed, Sahal and Vikram. Let's see what happens, but I wanted Vikram to start from the very beginning because I wanted coach to go all out today. I don't want to settle for a draw and then wait for the other team's result because this is a do or die. You even if you draw and the other match has a result, you are out. So anyway, you have to win. So that was my point of thinking. But coach knows the best about the situation, so it is what it is.
Absolutely. I think about 6 minutes to go for the game to start. Last minute prediction. Rahul, you're looking very, very. Rahul and Rohan are looking more serious, I think, than the players. I think, uh, for whatever reason, whether they don't like the playing 11 or it's the nerves talking.
Actually, it's five changes or in a match that will decide the fate of Indian football. So that is something very bold, I would say, from coach team match. But also, I think he doesn't have much uh, other options also because if you see experienced candidates like Thapa and Sahal, they did not perform in the last games. So it's also a both way sword for the coach also, whether to play the experienced players or to shuffle the team and go in with the fresh player of like so that is
Absolutely,
what is
Rohan.
going on
We
in the
were
match.
there in the ground last game, right? I think when it comes to both Sahal and Thapa, they were extremely, extremely. Um, it was not a good sign, to be very honest. They were
Yeah,
scrambling
actually,
for
actually,
space. They could not hold the ball. They could not get, make a play right properly. They were looking quite lackluster in the game. So I was definitely not surprised. I was expecting one of them to be dropped for sure. And
actually,
one of yeah. Sorry.
you want to maintain your combination for games after games, and especially in a big game, you don't want to break and do some experiments. But as the situation stands, Igor Stimac has to make the changes and do experiment in this match, which is one of the most vital matches in history of Indian football.
Absolutely. The players are coming out in the ground, and the game is about to begin. 4 minutes to go. So, last minute question: A players that Rahul you are watching out for, and your prediction, and then straight up Rohan players you are going to look out for, and your prediction. Rahul.
Okay, obviously I am biased towards India, so in my
Yeah, yeah.
prediction,
Players you're looking out for in the
in
Indian
my
team only.
prediction, India will win by margin of 1-0, and I think, don't be surprised. I think Rahim Ali going to score the winning goal tonight. I trust him really. Even the coach trusts him. I think the coach has seen some quality. That's why he has been relying on Rahim Ali. And but another player that I am looking forward to, because after a long wait he has got his name in the playing 11. That is Mehtab Singh. You all know that this guy got to the limelight while playing for East Bengal, and since then he has never looked
Mm.
back, delivering for Mumbai. And last year in the Intercontinental Cup, he got a chance in the playing 11. But after that, again, he was a brain charmer throughout the whole year. So finally, again, got an opportunity, also a crucial game, and I have been itching to see him play. So I'm looking forward to Mehtab Singh as well, because tonight as well he also have a great big role to play for Indian team.
Absolutely. And
Rohan.
I'm looking forward to Changte. He's one of my favorite players in this side, our Indian Messi. As Rahul mentioned, Rahim Ali, I was really hoping that Rahim Ali scored that one the last game. He could have actually, as Snehashish was mentioning to me last day, that it was his chance to announce that I have arrived. I think I wish he scores uh, today and gets that goal and gives us the win. And Lalan Zola Changte is one of my very favorites in this side. So I'm looking forward to these two players. And yeah, and anyone scoring a goal, even a own goal, winning us the
From
match would
Qatar,
really
we
do
don't
for me.
mind. Yeah,
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
We don't mind whether the even if Qatar scores. Uh, Prediction scoreline.
So who are the players you are looking forward to? I'm going for 1-0 for India.
Perfect. I'm hoping because I really liked both Khangte and Rahim Ali. I thought, obviously, I agree with Rahul had a golden opportunity. I'm also looking forward to Brandon Fernandez. And as Rohan said, I do want a goal. However, it comes, whoever scores
Exactly.
it, I don't care.
Whoever it
A
scores,
goal, and
whoever scores.
yeah, it's up to you. Like in cricket, you don't care as long as you're getting runs and wickets. You just want to win. It just doesn't matter who's doing what, whether it's the batsman's mistake or
Uh,
the bowler's mistake. Sorry, batter's mistake. Anyway, I think it's going to be a nil draw. Unfortunately, yeah.
then we have to watch the other game simultaneously.
Yes. I'm hoping that India wins, and that's exactly why I have not worn the jersey. The two matches that have won the jersey,
Yeah, me
India
too. Me too.
has come up with a draw. So that's why, I'll go without the jersey. It is Japan's jersey. I hope that suddenly we start playing like the Japan team or something like that sort happens, and something new happens. Less than 1 minute to go for the game. I'm sure all of you are tuned in, but if you don't know where to watch the match, then Fancode is the streaming platform you are looking for. But right after the game, whether we win, lose, draw, we are going to come back with the match analysis, and we are going to criticize being unbiased or praise being unbiased too. Do join us in Rev Sports. And meanwhile, while we are saying bye bye, quickly please subscribe and like, share our posts. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rahul. Thank you, Rohan. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, thank you.